Hey Alan, okay, so we'll start off with the front of the house. As you may recall, we have this really aggressively growing plum tree that's gotten so large. I'm gonna guess that Carolyn would want you to give us ideas about trimming that guy up and kind of getting it back more under control. To my way of thinking, it's sticking out all over in funny, clumpy masses that look very unbalanced, but be that as it may. Then there's this, I think this is a Japanese maple over here, and it too has gotten to be pretty overgrown, starting to grow over into the house roof line a little bit. Probably want to have that trimmed as well, I would think. Again, Carolyn can confirm that. And then I'm going to pick up with the bottom of the maple tree. Stand by. As you can see, this maple tree has this awful black stuff, and apparently that's some kind of disease. Carolyn can fill you in more on that. It has been treated, but we've been told that this tree is basically going to die. It's just a matter of time, but they're going to try to slow down the process. Alan, I also wanted to give you a perspective of this Japanese maple from across the street. You can see how it's kind of lopsided and growing to the right more than the left and all that good stuff. Then also, thought it'd be helpful for you to see what this plum tree looks like from across the street. Maybe it better illustrates what I'm talking about with regard to it just being so kind of overwhelmingly, exuberantly branching off in all directions. It's spreading out horizontally as well as vertically. So Alan, as you know from our email, we are thinking about having solar panels put on the upper part of the roof over this way. And as you also may recall, there's this 3-trunk birch tree that's become just huge, and you can see how it's growing and going over the roof area, and the shade that's cast from this tree is a concern to the solar installation guys in terms of reducing the amount of solar exposure on that roof in order for us to be able to qualify for certain rebates and such in terms of performance. So what I'm wondering about, and Carolyn will speak for herself, but I'm just curious about how much trimming can we do of both of the height of this tree and also the mass that's going over the roof. How aggressive can we be with the trimming without killing the tree? What are our options with this kind of white bark birch tree? But again, as you can see, it's just huge. And as you recall also from the time you were here, we also have, of course, this whole huge row of the cypress trees. And I think we're talking about maybe thinning these out, taking every other tree out or something along those lines to allow it to grow in and replace areas. And then I'm going to let Carolyn speak for herself on this, but I'm guessing maybe reduce the height overall as well. So kind of a combination of maybe removing every other tree and reducing the height. So that's kind of the snapshot of what we've got going on.